Hello there. I cannot wait to share with you a little bit of a different kind of a recipe than what I normally share. This is going to be really quick and easy, and also it's great for two. And I don't know if you've ever heard of a power bowl, but that's really what we're going to be doing tonight. And over a little bit of time, I'm going to show you several different power bowls that you can make, because you know, when you're in a hurry, it's really good to do these because you fix it quick, but you're not really losing any of your good nutrition or anything like that, because we're going to have some really great ingredients that we're going to make this power bowl with. So I don't know if you've ever watched Sandra Lee, I think it was called Semi Homemade, maybe, with Sandra Lee on Food Network, okay? She was from a long time ago, and I really did like her. So we're gonna kind of do a little bit of a Sandra Lee style tonight. And what I mean by that is we're gonna have some really good, wholesome vegetables. We've got some riced cauliflower, we've got some broccoli, but we're also going to use a couple of packaged things, okay? Like we're doing I don't know if I can't remember if I told you this yet or not, the wonton power bowl. So I'm not making the wontons from scratch. They are going to be from the freezer, but we're kind of doing a little Sandra Lee twist on our meal tonight. So I have a skillet here. We're going to go ahead and jump right in. I have a skillet here, and I'm going to put just a little bit of olive oil, just enough to kind of where everything will loosen up and move around in there. I've had my burner on, so it should be good and hot, or warm, the right temperature. Now I'm going to take my riced cauliflower, and this stuff is frozen. Okay, this is frozen riced cauliflower. This is so good. It is such a great shortcut. It's amazing. If you haven't tried it, you need to try this. You can use it in a lot of different recipes. Now, we're also going to add our frozen broccoli, okay? And we are going to let this sit a minute. I'm going to season it really good. We're going to put some pepper, and we're going to put some salt. And we're also going to add in some garlic powder. Can't cook without garlic powder. I think I might sneeze. Whew, that pepper, I got a little bit much, I guess. All right, and now I'm going to add a tad bit of ginger, because I want this to all mix together, blend together as it sits here. And I'm going to give it a really good stir. Get it going. Oh, I think I just had some fly over the skillet. I'm going to give it a really good stir here. We're going to add about 2 tablespoons of water. Okay, you just want to add enough to where when we cover this up with the lid, what we're doing that for is we want this to steam. All right, we're not really sauteing it or frying it. We just want to get it to steam. So it only takes a little bit of water to cause that to happen. All right, so I have it stirred up good. All right, now I'm going to take a lid, and I'm going to cover that up. I'm going to let this sit here and steam for about 3 to 4 minutes. It really depends. Just kind of check it on how big your vegetables are and what texture you like them. Some people like them mushy, some people like them crunchy. I'm a little bit in between. So your kitchen, you get to fix it how you want. So just check it in about 2 or 3 minutes. We're going to check it now. It's been going, steaming up good. You can see all that liquid draining off of the lid. I think mine is good. I'm going to go ahead and turn this burner off. I'm going to give it a good stir. Yeah, this is a really good texture for us. Like I said, we kind of like it a little bit in between. So we have our riced cauliflower and our broccoli good and heated up. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take this and we're going to transfer it to another bowl. So now we're going to transfer our broccoli and rice, cauliflower actually, looks like rice, but it's really cauliflower. We're gonna transfer this to a separate bowl. You wanna make sure you get all that out so you don't have to get another skillet. Okay, we're not about washing a bunch of dishes. We're just gonna use this skillet for our next step. Okay? Now what we wanna do here, let's see, I'm gonna get my, this is a substitution for just your normal soy sauce. This is liquid aminos. This is just a healthier version of soy sauce. There's not as much sodium in it. There's no GMOs. It's gluten-free. It's all that good stuff. But the main thing is there's not as much sodium in this. And you know, it really tastes good. So you're going to want to put probably a couple of tablespoons in here. All right. And I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit more of my ginger. We're ginger fans. We like it, and it's really good for you. So I'm going to add a little bit more ginger after we've cooked it. All right, and we're going to stir this up. And then I am going to just take my lid that I used on my skillet, and I'm going to just cover this up because I want this to stay warm, okay? So we're going to set that aside. Now we're going to add just a tad bit of olive oil. And this is the part I told you about where we do have some good stuff, okay? We have this edamame, which is delicious and so nutritious. I never was aware of all the goodness that's in this little bitty soybean, okay? So this is all frozen. We're doing it frozen. Now, I'll let you in on a little inside. I really worked hard. Actually, we did. Kyle helped me. I could not find edamame frozen that was already shelled. So I had to buy it in the shell and peel it while it's frozen to get these out. But it's going to be worth it when we eat it. All right, so now, and I have my wontons in my bowl, but I did want to just show this to you. Okay, this is it. It's just mini wontons. This one is a chicken and vegetable wonton, but I was just wanting to let you see that's what I got. That's what it looked like. And this is the frozen package part, okay, that we're going to put in here. But, you know, 80-20, it's all about balance, right? So let's add our wonton. We're going to add our edamame, and that's about a half a cup. And that's about 16, because this is for 2, so, you know, 15, 16 wontons. And I'm going to do just a tad of the soy sauce, okay? And we are going to just cook this right up. Won't take this long. We'll let this cook. Listen to that sizzle. That sounds really good. So that is really a good tip if you think about it. If you're like me and you're looking in the store and you can't find the shelled edamame, just go ahead and buy it in the shell. And I'll give you another little tip. If you will put it in the microwave for just a few, I would say probably 40 seconds, it will kind of, you know, soften it up enough that it doesn't just kill your fingers as you're peeling it. But you just want to, you know, do it like you would a green bean or something, and you want to get those beans out of there. And you throw away the seed, or the covering, the shell. And basically, these little wontons are already cooked. Basically, what we're doing is we're just kind of heating them up, and we want to get a little bit of a brown crust on them. Oh, this smells so good. Okay, I'm going to let it sit a minute so that it can get a little bit of crust on one side, and then I'll flip it over. I'm letting this cook a little bit, brown up, get a little toasted. So what I'm going to do now while we're waiting for this to cook up is I'm going to go ahead and scoop up our bowls. Okay. We are going to put some of our cauliflower and broccoli in here. If your family, you know, loves Asian, Japanese style, Chinese style food, they will absolutely love this. As you can see, there's plenty here for the two of us with a little bit left over. Okay, so you've got this goodness, you have the rice cauliflower and you have the broccoli, so that's really good for you. And then we've got the edamame and we have the little wontons that we're gonna add on this, and then we'll probably add a little bit more soy sauce to it. Just again, whatever your taste buds are. If you want to add a little bit of hoisin sauce, you know, that's got a little bit of sweetness to it, then that would be an option, but you can just kind of fix it up and you might just like it just like it is. But you can see, oh dear, you can see this meal doesn't take any time. There's not a lot of ingredients. So this is very easy to just run home, pull all this out, throw it together, and boom. You have a great, hot, home-cooked, or if you want to say what Sandra Lee used to say, semi-homemade dinner. Probably going to take about 5 to 7 minutes for this to get good and heated through and through. Another little cute trick we're going to put on the top, just to kind of, you know, add a little something something to them. We are going to put some chopped up peanuts just as kind of a little garnish, and it's going to give it a little bit, this is kind of mushy, you know, you've got your, you do have a little crunch in your vegetables, but you've got the riced cauliflower. So these peanuts are going to be great because it's going to give a little bit of that crunch to this fresh dish that we're having. And it will just give it that little something that puts it over the top. We are going to dish up some of the edamame, the dumplings. Now, you know what? Maybe you're not an edamame fan. No worries, okay? Something that would be great in this is you could put some sugar snap peas, you could put snow peas, you could put some green beans. You know, there's, you know, other greens that you can use if you're not an edamame fan, okay? So don't let that stop you from trying it. You know, just experiment and try some different greens with it. Okay, so here we have it. That is so pretty. And I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of the peanuts on top. And I know how Kyle and I like our food, so even for him, I'm going to go ahead, because I know he will do this anyways. I'm going to add a little bit of soy sauce to his bowl and to mine. And then I have a special little treat. Chopsticks! Okay, so I believe this meal is ready. Okay, y'all, supper time, so here he comes. And I'm going to let him give you a little demonstration. Maybe you've never used chopsticks before. I know I kind of struggle with them, but he is a pro. So I'm going to let him give you a little bit of a demonstration on how to use your chopsticks.
Okay.
Take it away.
All right, so I'm going to grab a little something here. There's
Kinda
slick.
show them how you do your fingers too.
Okay, okay. And then the other one just goes between those two. And then we'll grab one of these. They're slick. You see that?
Yeah. Can you eat those the beans and the rice cauliflower with those?
Mm-hmm.
See, this would be good for me. I should eat all my food with chopsticks, and then I will lose weight. Because half of it falls on your plate.
This is delicious.
Isn't that delicious?
Yes.
I don't know, but this is like a little semi-homemade. You remember Sandra Lee
I do.
from a long time ago?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's kind of what we're doing here. We added a little bit of, you know, something that wasn't really homemade to stuff that was
This is
better
delicious.
for you.
I'm just going to stand here and eat it.
Okay, so
Is
you
that
think
okay?
they got it?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Well, let me demonstrate one more.
You're going to be be finished before we even eat. Oh, it just went everywhere.
It did?
Little kids, yep, they just fell out of the bowl.
It's okay.
Well, thank you.
Delicious, babe.
Lord bless
Lord
y'all.
bless you.